All right, welcome everybody to a official unboxing that I'm going to be doing here with this Boba Fett helmet off of the Empire Strikes Back. This is the Black Series that actually just arrived a little while ago and was dropped off at my doorstep from Amazon Prime. And from the actual cost of this helmet, in the current market, it is 89 and some change. So basically right around $100, and definitely shows up in a nice secure packaging, as you can see with this bubble wrap. I had a different sort of experience when it came to my Mandalorian helmet that actually arrived yesterday, and from the filming of this video. And one of the different variations here is the perfectly cube shaped box that has the tape running along the top side edge. Now, as I completely, undo that tape, of course, like this reveals the top side, which has a very nicely secure antenna portion of the helmet. And this is actually secured in not only through the cutout, but as well as using the an additional little piece of rubber band, which can easily be cut away using a regular razor blade and pulled away from the packaging. So everything seems to be individually wrapped in its own plastic sort of fitted little sleeve. But of course, with the build of this thing, this sort of antenna, one of the major things that I noticed was everything not only being that brand new feel out of the package, definitely has a nice drop action as well, and I'll go ahead and explain that a little bit later once it's fastened to the helmet. So the actual helmet itself is also plastic wrapped, in addition to that that foam. And at the very sort of bottom of the box, there is an additional little styrofoam insert to soften the lower edges of the helmet. On the top, you see there's additional paperwork that usually arrives with the Black Series helmets. It's the same sort of instruction manuals for the batteries, as well as a presentation for the character and legal license information. And now, of course, here's the big reveal and the peel away of that plastic to show this amazing quality of a very well done paint job on this helmet. One of the things that I was definitely happy to see was, in addition to all of the battle scarring along the edges, one of the things that stood out was this perfectly placed kill count, I guess, or the bounty count that is along the side of the helmet, perfectly placed along that brow area, as there have been known to be other helmets that have misprints where that same sort of kill count disappears down the edge of the helmet. In addition, you can see the inside here with the spongy feel for the back of your head. And this is the same thing that can be found consistently with the Bo-Katan helmet, as well as the Mandalorian helmet. And you have the same breakaway hardware on the side, which reveals the battery compartment. In this case, you're using a single AAA battery and regular pull tabs, I guess, that are located on the side here of this little accessory piece or the earpiece, and that just snaps into place. It does take a little bit of pressure to line it up and kind of like click it into place. As far as the actual antenna, you have the regular positive negative input on the inside, and it's sort of like a little black tab that lines up, and then you have to firmly place that alongside the helmet as and basically give it like a nice pressurized push, I guess, to get it firmly into place and to line up the electronics and get that satisfying sort of electronic mending, or like the little snap of the plastic pieces. Once that's installed, you can press that button and get a really nice spongy drop on that antenna that isn't so harsh as other helmets have been known to drop suddenly, and in some cases I've seen reviews where people have actually broken that antenna piece by how abruptly it drops, you know, without any resistance, I guess. And so now, of course, like I'm looking at the inside where there's the hard hat, like little section, I guess, insert that secures around your forehead. And it seems to be adjustable as you sort of press it down. So now I'm gonna go ahead and press down firmly so that way it can like sort of shape to the side of my head. And of course now, you know, there's the final reveal with plenty of flexibility around, you know, to rotate my head left and right. And here I am actually, like, you know, pressing it down more firm to get it nice and fitted. And the really nice feature about this is you don't get that bucket head feel. It's very secure and very straight on and lines up to my eyes rather nicely on that T-shaped visor. So there's plenty of flexibility top down, side to side. And that definitely makes for a perfect fit to where I'm actually inspired to build a full Boba Fett costume using this as my starter piece. Definitely one for the collection. It's definitely one of those purchases that I should have made years ago. And you know, one of the major things that I'm messing with now is sort of the inside of this helmet that again has that secure little like basket, and that's actually made of a nice pleathery material, I guess, for the top of your head. It does offer a lot of comfort as well as like that secure build. There are notches to either side that fasten to the side of the helmet, and an additional pull tab with additional little grommet pieces that allow for a top-down sort of adjustment. And of course, this has a little bit of resistance. That little socket portion does fit a little bit tight with that rubberized grommet piece. So as you wear this helmet, you could press it down firmly and get a nice distance for your eye line to line up with the exterior of that helmet. In addition, there's an adjustable piece with a rotary sort of cuff that sits actually to the rear of your head, and you adjust the distance from how this wraps on the circumference of your head and sits nicely in the helmet to secure the entire build. Other YouTubers I noticed have actually snatched this piece out if they have larger heads. And with that being said, I guess you know, it still works for plus size heads. But in my case, you know, that little insert does work rather nicely. I guess I only have, like, I think in baseball cap sizes, I wear an 8.2, I think, for regular baseball caps. So using those same little side tab pieces, of course, you just insert and press them, you know, to either side, and they'll adjust firmly. Of course, since this is one of my first Mandalorian or Fett style helmets, of course, like, I have to, you know, make my adjustments accordingly. In this case, I placed it in backwards, and so of course, you know, with a quick adjustment, just rotating that little piece, the grommets do line up like in a male to female fashion, and they secure in place, you know, firmly, and there's like zero play, you know, when it comes to that actual build. So one of the things that actually is offered in addition to that is you get a little bit of a swivel motion. So, like, even though you're wearing the helmet securely, it still allows for a nice brow adjustment. So this is definitely one that is, like I said, a huge addition to my collection, and I'm definitely proud that I picked this up now that I did at 89 and some change. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.